So I'm making this video to learn how to play the drums in 2 minutes because I've been watching so many videos of so many great drummers, also drummers that I like to watch, and I also follow them on the social media that teach drums, but they do it in such a complex way with all kinds of visuals and icons and hero stories and whatever. And I think that just makes the threshold way too high, while drumming is actually very simple. It's not easy to really play the drums very well. I totally agree with that. But to learn to play drums or to play a basic drum beat, that's not so hard. And although this video is longer than 2 minutes, I just wanted to give you an introduction why I made this video and also to show you actually how simple drumming is at the hand of just looking at the sheet music. So let's look at sheet music. Here you see the first note of a simple drum beat, and this simple drum beat also made it in many songs to the top of the charts. So although it's simple, it's still a very effective drum beat, and that's the basic drum beat that just everything else hangs on this basic drum beat. And just look at it, you can see it on the left side of the screen. That's the first note or the first count of a measurement. It's just a hi-hat and a bass drum. Very simple, that's your right hand and your right foot. Next is only a hi-hat note. So you're only doing one thing at a time. That's not difficult, that's simple. The third note is just a hi-hat and a snare. Two hands at the same time, played at the same time. That's not hard, that's simple. And finally the fourth note, and that's again just the hi-hat note. Now, as you can see, if you know a little bit about how to write music, I wrote it up so it shows the 8 notes very clearly. These are the 8 notes. So you count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So this is half of a measure. The second half of the measure is exactly the same as the first half of the measure. So once you get this down, then you just have to repeat it, and that's how simple it is. So next I'm gonna go behind the drum kit and teach you how to drum in just 2 minutes. So here we go. You sit down at your drum kit, look down at your pedals, put your feet on the pedals, put them flat, don't put your heels up, just flat and relax. You don't have to press the beater against the head or the pads, you can just relax. You don't have to worry about how far you depress it. Same goes for your hands, right hand on your hi-hat, left hand on your snare. Now for the first note, as you can see, it's the hi-hat and the bass drum. That's right hand, right foot. You're gonna move up at the same time and then going down at the same time. And then you relax. That's how you learn it. Next note is just the hi-hat. That's simple. Third note is the hi-hat and the snare. Again, move up at the same time, down at the same time, and relax. And then fourth note is your hi-hat. That's half of the measurement. Now you just repeat the first half of the measurement for the second half. Bass drum hi-hat, hi-hat, hi-hat to snare, hi-hat. So when you count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Every count is a quarter note, and on every quarter note you play the bass drum and then the snare, then the bass drum and the snare. Those are on the counts. The hi-hat you play the 8 notes, so that's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So now you're gonna count while you're playing. You do the same thing, you do it slow, and pay attention that you relax between every note. The only hand that's gonna be moving constantly is your right hand on the hi-hat. So here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Well, now you see that's how simple it is to drum, and you can learn it literally in 2 minutes. The only thing that you have to do now is just to repeat this, of course, because with everything, practice makes perfect. If you want it to be perfect, you have to practice. There's no way around this. So if you like this video, please go to my website and take my course and look at my course, because then I'm going to go much deeper in all the steps that you have to take to learn the drums in a simple and effective way, so you can learn it quickly, so that you will enjoy learning it and you will enjoy playing the drums and feel very confident about it. So you don't have to like or subscribe, just go to my website and look at my course.